Former New York Giants running back Tiki Barber calls out current Washington Commanders running back Austin Ekeler for not wanting to carry the ball 300 times a year. Happy 4th of July, everyone. Let's get this thing started off the right way.
Phil? Relax. What I want?
Get back slow. I love the way she rockin' it. I love the way she move it, shake it on me. When she poppin' it, the shawty is the winner. You can tell that shawty's no beginner. She's confident. I love the way she move it.
Got me asking, is this girl sent from heaven? Or maybe I'm finally getting my blessing that I've been praying for, that I've been asking for. It's just me and you out here on the dance floor. No one's out there but you and me. Take a look out how far you can see. That could be me and you if you just stay down. Last girl playing with my heart playground.
YouTube, what's going on? It's Gotti here. We have the Washington Commanders video. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about Tiki. But before we do, make sure you guys like this video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload new videos like this to the channel. Thank you so much. Check out my new song. That link is down below in the description and in the comment section. Alrighty, let's get to Tiki. Alright, so Tiki Barber has something to say about Austin Ekeler not wanting to carry the ball 300 times a year. I'm going to let you guys listen to what Tiki had to say, and then I'm going to give my analyst coming back. Listen up.
Ekeler said something the other day that was so discouraging. Discouraging. It had nothing to do with anything. It was discouraging because he was asked about why the Jim Harbaugh-led Chargers weren't ideal for him, or why did they moved on from him. And you know what his answer was?
No.
They want a guy who can run the ball 300 times a season. They want someone who can run the ball 300 times.
So in other words,
season.
Ekeler was saying he can't do that?
Yes.
But as a running back, you should
go look at how many times I ran the ball 300 times a
season. So
season.
Ekeler basically wasn't up to the check. Well,
he's just saying it's not my game. Right?
Yeah.
It's not my game to be dude, you couldn't get me off the field.
That's a tough thing for Ekeler to say when he's the one waving for how much money he wants long term. You want to be a bell cow or not?
Be on the field all the time, right? Don't be a liability on third down. Catch the ball out of the backfield. Truck it through the offensive line 25 times. Austin Ekeler said something the other day that was so the game, right? You want to get paid? Be that. That's what Christian McCaffrey does. That dude has so many 100% participation games in his career that it makes no damn sense. I never had a 100% participation game. That is, play every game, every snap. I've never done that. Christian McCaffrey's done it like 8 times. So you got the Christian McCaffreys of the world who make $19 million a year, and then you got these other guys who can't make 8, and you wonder why. It's a mentality. The mentality has changed from organization standpoint, and we went through this because of the statistics of big plays, right? The running game has a very small percentage of big plays. The pass game has a huge percentage of big plays. And the easier way to score, obviously, you increase your percentage 4 times by having a big play. That's one of it. The other thing is you just got to want to be on the field.
Right.
I told you this conversation we had at the Giants 100 event the other day about how players and teams are giving football players maintenance weeks.
Right, with the expanded schedule and everything.
Right, with the 17 games and the intensity and the player safety and the tracking of how much you've run in a week and all this other stuff, that essentially there are like maintenance weeks. And in my mind, that is antithetical to football.
Crazy.
To think that, I got to save my body for next week. This game doesn't matter. Are you serious?
That's crazy.
And people get mad at me when I talk about the game being soft.
Alrighty, so that was Tiki's Barber response to Austin Ekeler going on K Adams' show and basically explaining why he is no longer a LA Charger. That's because he didn't want to carry the ball 300 times a year. Now I'm gonna get both sides. I can see both sides. Tiki Barber, not necessarily wrong with his assessment. It's not like he's saying, anything wrong per se. He just comes from an era where it was all about the running back. Running back was your best player. Running back was the bell cow. Running back was the star player of the team. What Tiki has to understand is not everyone's also Christian McCaffrey, bro. Not everyone's able to play every single snap. Not everyone's able to play, every single down and take 300 carries a year. Maybe Austin Ekeler from a couple years ago could do that, but he recognizes that him this year and him now can no longer do that. Now, Tiki has a fair point. Austin Ekeler, I'm pretty sure, wants a lot of money. Who doesn't want a lot of money? And he's like, hey, if you want a lot of money, $19 million a year kind of money, you're going to have to do what Christian McCaffrey does. And quite frankly, Austin Ekeler can't do that at that kind of level anymore. I commend Austin Ekeler for recognizing that, though. I really do. Because he wants to be a part of a winning team. He wants to be a part of a culture and an organization where he can just be kind of that receiving back and that backup to Brian Robinson in this case, because Brian Robinson is the feature back. I commend him for doing that and not just trying to say, oh yeah, I still could be that guy. Not a lot of people can do that. That's not in a lot of people's egos to kind of just take a back seat role. Now, to Tiki Barber himself, Austin Ekeler is one of the best receiving backs in football. At least he was a couple years ago. And I think him coming to Washington is going to be able to revive that in a lesser role. It's not that he didn't want to be a Charger. It's not that he didn't want to play for LA. It was simply just because Jim Harbaugh's scheme is going to be built around running the ball a lot. And Austin Ekeler said simply, I just can't do that anymore. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think it's anything wrong with what he said, with him saying that and with him doing that. It's better for him to be honest and say that than take the role just because he wants the money and he can't produce how they want him to. Now, that's the ultimate Albert Haynesworth. He could have been Albert Haynesworth and could have just took $19 million a year or however much they were going to pay him, probably more than what they were going to pay him here in Washington, and just not produce. But he kept it real with the Chargers and said, hey, I can't carry this thing 300 times a year. And then on top of the carries, you still want me to go out there and run routes, be a pass blocker. I can't do that anymore. My body just won't allow me to do that anymore. Austin Ekeler is pushing 30 if he's not already 30. And as we know, running back lifespans do not last that long. Tiki just comes from an era where it's all about the running back, and that's how he still sees it. But Tiki, this is more of a passing league now, my man. This is now a league where the quarterback and the receivers are the featured guys. Tight ends are the featured guys. Tight ends are no longer in from your era where they're just blocking for you. Tight ends are now the main threats on some people's teams. Travis Kelce, Kyle Pitts. List goes on. Austin Ekeler for me is fine. I don't see nothing wrong with him saying that. I don't see nothing wrong with the signing here. I don't expect him to be the guy that's going to take the ball 300 carries a game. Even if he didn't come out and say this, I still wouldn't have expected him to do that. Because Brian Robinson, in my opinion, is that much better at this current state of his career. Austin Ekeler is older. Brian Robinson is spry, young, and is coming off of a season in which he should have had 1,100, 1,200 rushing yards if he got the ball. Brian Robinson has the talent, the skill set to be really good, one of the best backs in football. It's all about can he get the ball in his hands. So B-Rob being the feature back has always been the plan and the thought for me and clearly for Dan Quinn. But they wanted to give somebody else in here that could be that role. Could they have paid Antonio Gibson? I'm pretty sure they could have, because Austin Ekeler's not going to do nothing but be Antonio Gibson. I'm sure they could have, but they wanted to go out and get their own guy. Maybe a guy that's much more proven, a guy that's a veteran leader. So not only can he come in and still produce, but he can show the ropes to a guy like B-Rob, Chris Rodriguez, who could potentially take his spot, or at least they could be grooming him to take his spot in a couple years from now. Maybe I'm just assuming, because Chris Rodriguez is a guy that doesn't necessarily have to make this roster, but obviously is going to be around the building. So I don't know. I like the pickup. I have no issue with the pickup. I have no issue with Austin Ekeler saying with what he said about him not wanting the ball 300 times a year, and just wanting to come in and just be that backup role. Come in on key downs, punching the ball in after a long drive, You know what I'm saying? A key third down, a reception on 3rd and 6 to move the chains. Been able to split out wide and one-on-one with the linebacker in the slot. Take a few carries here and there. I have no issue with it. Again, the running back position is dying as it is unless you are a Christian McCaffrey. And nobody is a Christian McCaffrey. So, I have no issue with what he said. Let me know what you guys think about it down below in the comment section, though. Do you agree or disagree with Tiki Barber's statement on Austin Ekeler not wanting to take the ball 300 times a year? Let me know what y'all think. It is 4th of July. Everyone have a blessed 4th of July. Stay safe, especially in the D.C., Maryland area, man. Stay safe. You know what I'm saying? Have fun. Chill on the dawn, because I know y'all going to be going crazy on the dawn. If you able to drink, please do it responsibly. If you're under the age of 21, don't drink, bruh. Y'all have a blessed one, though. Stay safe. Enjoy 4th of July. Nobody hit me up for where the moves at, so I guess ain't no moves. Nah, I'm just joking. Y'all have a blessed one, though. Stay safe. Be easy. Peace.